Yup, you got violated. The Grand Exchange is reflecting some surprising shakeups tied to recent updates. Let's talk about it, so whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. You can never accurately predict what's going to happen to the price of certain items until an update is actually released, and the 110 Fletching, fire making, and woodcutting update is proof of that. I'm going to start with wood spirits, as it's a relevant example and something I talked about in a video recently prior to this update. This could indicate a slight increase in profitability for these slay creatures. That being said, the prices from today are very much going to change because of today's update. If prices go down, this could make... Okay, I'm going to stop the video there because prices did not go down. To be fair, I did say if, but I know most people judge a video by its title, and that title is just there to get people to click on the video, and apparently it didn't actually catch the attention of people because that video performed far below my average, which brings me to believe that people did not give a crap about wood spirits prior to this update, but now they definitely do. The reason why is simple. The best hatchet in game now, the best augmentable hatchet, the Hatchet of Bloom of Blight, requires you to chop 100 of every illicit tree in the game, carrying the respective wood spirits required, and as such you're going to need 100 of each. Now these are items you can't collect in large quantities quickly, and as such, the demand just simply outpaced supply. I do expect wood spirits to remain valuable for a long time, although decrease in price as demand, aka the pool of players rushing to get their best slot hatchet, drops. Have you guys seen the price of the Satan's Fire Torch? It has doubled since August. It's just wild how updates can, well, if you own these items, make you so much money. Because you can sell this item whenever you want. You don't need to de-augment it or anything. It's tradable whenever. Pretty much every single log seems to be dropping in price because of the new Eternal Magic logs, and that's going to be beneficial for players wanting to train fire making, but it's also beneficial for players using Fort for Free Construction to AFK their way to 99 Construction, as even Elder logs are just dropping in price like it's nothing. I don't know where the bottom of the market is going to be for these logs, but it sure as hell is going to make construction a lot more affordable. I'll link a video to how powerful Fort for Free Construction is down in the description below. If you've noticed Ascension crossbows or Noxious items going up in price, it's because these items are also used to create a very powerful item thanks to the 110 woodcutting and fletching update. It is of course the Masterwork bow. Just like the Masterwork sword, it requires essence of other higher tier weapons, in this case Ascended essence from Ascensions and Noxious essence from Noxious weapons, to craft it. Unsurprisingly, these items are jumping in price, which I think is a good thing for Ascensions because they're just so cheap now. And I expect Ascension Keystones to perhaps rise in price because of this as well. I wonder if there could be more purple-themed weapons in the game. Well, Xsola and Jagex have just the right cosmetic pack to spice up your looks. Melee enjoyers will appreciate the Umbral Crypt Sword, a weapon that's as striking as it is deadly. While I prefer magic, it definitely seems like it was forged to complete my entire aesthetic. Wizards and witches embrace the Umbral Crypt Lord's Staff, a beautifully crafted instrument of dark sorcery. Its understated presence carries a sense of power perfectly balanced to complement your style without overwhelming it. And for the rangers watching, you can rock the chakrams, perfect for delivering precise strikes to foes from goblins to dragons. Claim your very own set of exclusive cosmetics by the end of December and rule the shadows through the link in the description below. Simply create an account on Xsola, click claim and open your Xsola backpack to copy your own unique code. Then go to the Runescape website, press shop and select redeem code. After that, simply activate it on a character of your choosing. Now, if you haven't heard about how broken Primal Fletching is yet, I suggest you go check out my video, although the summary is it's literally twice, if not 3 times as fast as the previous best XP per hour methods in the game. Primal Fletching is so good it feels like double XP rates without having double XP, and for that reason, Primal Arrow tips and bolt tips are going up in price. You make these using primal bars, which even though they've released recently, are now going up in price instead of going down. Another interesting item is the Dragon Hatchet, which definitely went up in anticipation of the 110 Fletching and woodcutting update, as it went from like 100k to over 500k, so 5x in price in less than half a year, and now it's just crashing to the bottom of, well, what this graph is going to be in the future. I suppose this one's kind of obvious, but the Blood Reaver has been dropping in price pretty consistently since the announced changes and now the actual nerf to the familiar. I mean, the Blood Reaver being used in so many different AFK Slayer and bossing methods and just being great for bossing overall made it like the one-stop shop familiar, and now it's just not what it used to be, and as such, I expect it to continue to drop in price. I'll be honest, because of necromancy, I haven't really been paying attention to the price of the majority of PVM gear, but seismics have really fallen off and become inexpensive. It's like they started crashing around necromancy's release because necromancy was just the go-to style for everyone from that point on, but they used to be nearly 900 mil for just the one, not even the orb or singularity, I mean. We're talking about a set of high-level magic weapons dropped from one of the least killed bosses in the game, Virago, now costing like 7% or 8%. Just a tenth of the price of what it used to cost? That's crazy. The Zaron's Godsword is less than 200 mil nowadays. The Eldritch crossbow that used to be praised for its effect, which you can now pretty much get for free by using necromancy, necromancy kind of does it better, is 735 mil. The Sharon Godbow is still fairly expensive, but I remember buying this like for 2 bill or max cash back then. Yeah, things have changed. Not just necromancy, but the meta has shifted very much as well. And better weapons have come out, of course. Really makes you wonder what future updates such as 110 rune crafting and the Amaska the Devourer boss following the Desert Questline extension are going to do to the Runescape economy. By the way, it's worth noting that the first extension to that questline is releasing on January the 13th next year. It's called the Beneath the Scarab Sands quest. What I can guarantee though is that around any large boss release, or should I say high level boss release such as the Sanctum of Rebirth, PVM supplies are going to spike in price. But right now, PVM supplies, at least some of them, the more expensive ones that is, are going down in price. Blue blubber jellyfish have been going down since October. Green blubbers are also affected, although less so because they've been adopted as the budget choice. I think more and more people are realizing that blue blubbers are double the price, if not more. They used to be more, without offering double the healing. Commonly used PVM solid foods such as shark and sailfish seem to be heavily decreasing in price right now. If you're low, it might be worth stocking up on these for a future PVM update. While Sour Dome and Brew Flasks are still incredibly expensive, they're not 35k expensive and are now less than 24,000 GPE. Compared to prices just a few months ago, this seems like a steal. Super Restore Flasks seem to be following a similar pattern and have dropped below 20k and are now at 16k GP each, without any signs of stopping the drop. And even Vulnerability Bombs, which I definitely need to stock up on myself, have been dropping in price, although this may have something to do with players making these around the recent Double XP event. Another item I usually take a look at is the Divine Charge. Basically the battery that is used to power all of our augmented skilling and combat equipment. And these things are going down, like they're 81,000 GP and still dropping. Now this is not a historically all-time low, it just isn't, but they are cheap. So effectively, using augmented equipment is significantly cheaper now as well. The main reason I think Divine Charges, and also Incandescent Energy, which is kind of tied to the price of Divine Charges anyway, is dropping is the Memory Dowser. You can see it clearly in the Incandescent Energy chart around the announcement of the item coming into the game, and then the update itself, you can just see the price of Incandescent Energy go down. It was released on the 23rd of September, and yeah, it's just crashing. Divine Charges are over 30% less expensive, and Incandescent Energy has halved in price, and even more so if you consider the period just before the update. Do with that information what you will. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it interesting. Be sure to let me know if there's any big changes in items prices you've noticed down in the comments below. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.